We are encaged in a prison of meaning. A mental prison created from words, ideas, beliefs, and definitions. We are encaged in the definitions of the things around. We believe not what things actually are, but how these things are defined in our mind to be. We are encaged in our own mental beliefs, scripts, and stories that tell us what reality is. So our mind lives like in a trance, hypnotized by the meanings and the stories and the definitions of the things around. We don't see anything. It's pointless to look at something because there is no true sight. It's pointless to look at a tree because the mind that is hypnotized by the meanings and by the stories and by the definitions is not seeing the tree, but it's seeing the definition of the tree, the definition that the mind has stored within itself about what a tree really is. So no one is actually seeing a tree, but almost everyone is seeing just a mental construct, just a mental definition, a story associated with that tree. If a person feels hot and it looks at a tree, it sees shadow. If a person is feeling cold and looks at a tree, then it sees wood, firewood. If a person is hungry and looks at a tree, then it sees fruits. If a person is an artist or a painter, then it sees colors, green, brown. If a person is a musician, then it hears the wind moving through the leaves. If a person is a scientist, then it sees chlorophyll, hydrogen, oxygen. Who actually sees the tree? Who actually sees the tree? This is not life. Seems like a bitter surrogate. A bitter, sweet copy. A bittersweet simulacrum of what life really is. But this is not life. We are encaged in our own mental prisons, and it feels astonishing to observe how complex, detailed, luring, enigmatic, mysterious this prison really is. Even when one thinks it has escaped it, it's still strolling through its chambers. Even the idea of freedom from it is just another chamber inside of it. Any idea, any concept, any definition only acts as a veil, obstructing the truthness. Any word we can speak, any word we can give to one another, any definition is just another brick constructing and putting up another wall in the same prison. We are just exchanging bricks, thinking that we are exchanging truth. We cannot ever give truth to one another. We thought we were describing the way out. We thought we were describing truth. Yet we were only describing the outlet of our own cell. Each one of us was only describing the appearance of its own cell. Some cells might have been bigger, some smaller, some cleaner, some dirtier. But they were all part of the prison. There are no words. There are no words that could ever give us truth. once a word has been applied, and has been conjured up and has been applied to truth, that truth has already been lost. No words could ever give us truth. Some have painted their selves in colors of the sky, of large fields, open fields, with rivers and meadows and forests, thinking and imagining that those are actual forests and the meadow can be strolled through, and one can dip its feet in the rivers for real. But those were only paintings covering up the same walls. Of the same cell, existing in the same prison. To escape it, this prison, would mean to look in the unbearable eyes, lying everywhere, looking out from everywhere, staring back from everything, looking in those eyes, fierce and clear like the eyes of a panther, unmovable, direct, cutting, allowing oneself to look in those eyes, accept oneself to be devoured by that panther, by that black panther, accepting one's death, plunging into the very death and void, losing all hope, losing all resolutions, all meanings, accepting all defeat, fully surrendering like a newborn baby in the arms and eyes of that void, of that Black Panther. Unless that death occurs, there will only continue to be more and more colorful cells covering up the same empty walls, the same bricks, the same stones. In which we have been dwelling for eternities. Newer and newer amusement parks being built, and newer cells being fooled again and again, thinking we found freedom, only to get ourselves again caught in the same old ride, distinguished only by newer and newer colors. This world will never give us truth. It's unfoundable. It almost feels like a laugh and a joke at this moment. That my mind actually thought again that truth could be found through words, through scriptures, through definitions, through books. And this prison always so alluring, always so inviting. One, to try newer and newer cells, newer and newer amusement parks, selling everything to everyone, having the right, perfect answer ready for every question, leaving no room for unknown, for mystery, for doubt, for space. This world is not truth. This world will never be truth. Not heaven nor hell, neither of them can bring any resolution. Not through suffering, not through beauty nor ecstasy. Both of them mere colors through which the same walls, the same dampness and cold bricks are being painted and repainted over and over in newer and newer colors.